I was sitting in a corner at a social gathering I didn't even want to attend. People were laughing, exchanging conversations, moving confidently among each other. And I was watching in silence, sipping my cold coffee, pretending to be busy on my phone. But the truth was, inside, I was screaming. Does anyone notice me? Does anyone want to talk to me? It wasn't the first time. Every time I found myself on the sidelines, wondering, why do people connect so easily, like human magnets, while I, no matter how hard I try, remain invisible? Is it appearance? Words? Personality? Or is there a secret I don't know yet? Have you ever felt something similar? Have you ever felt like your presence doesn't spark curiosity, doesn't make anyone want to approach you? And have you ever wished that people would start conversations with you without you having to force yourself or pretend to be someone you're not? Today, I'm going to give you a step-by-step plan, starting with simple, smart techniques and gradually moving to powerful methods that will make anyone think twice before ignoring you or hesitating to talk to you. With each step, you'll feel your presence grow stronger, and you'll realize something important. You don't need to ask for attention or fake confidence. You just need to become someone who cannot be ignored. The first shift. Understanding the first impression. Everything started from what seemed like an ordinary moment. I was heading to a public library, excited to read a new book. But the moment I walked in, something familiar happened. I lowered my head automatically. I glanced quickly at the floor, then at my phone, as if I were avoiding people's eyes. It was like my presence had to pass unnoticed. Inside, I told myself, I just don't like attention. I prefer being calm. But the truth, I wasn't calm. I was afraid of people's looks, their judgments, that awkward moment when you look at someone and they don't smile, or they ignore you. And by hiding myself like that, I was sending an invisible message. Don't approach me, don't talk to me, don't care. The irony? I wanted the exact opposite. Days passed like this, until one day I saw my friend Sammy. He walked into a cafe I often went to. I was there, as usual, hiding behind my coffee and my phone. But Sammy walked in differently. Steady steps, head up, eyes calmly scanning the room, a slight smile on his face, like everything was under control. He sat at a table. Within minutes, someone joined him. Then another. And soon, he became the center of attention, without even saying a word. I watched in amazement, and a bit of jealousy. What's the secret? When the meeting ended, I asked him directly, Sammy, how do you make people gravitate toward you so easily? He smiled and said calmly, everything starts with the first look. Look people in the eyes with confidence. Nothing more, nothing less. Don't stare. Just send a message, I'm here and I'm open to conversation. It sounded simple, but it hit me deeply. The next day, I tried it. I walked into the same cafe, but this time I lifted my head. I looked around, not with challenge, not with fake confidence, but with calm assurance. I smiled when I made eye contact with a waiter I knew. I greeted someone I had seen before, and for the first time, I felt visible. Within minutes, someone approached me and asked about the book I was reading. Have you ever felt invisible walls suddenly break around you? That's exactly what I felt. A look, a slight smile, a confident presence. These aren't small actions. They are powerful signals that say, I'm here, you're welcome. And that's where stories begin and relationships are built. The second shift, body language that attracts, not repels. At a workshop about effective communication, the trainer asked a simple question. Who here feels misunderstood without even speaking? I raised my hand immediately. I knew that feeling, thinking you're open and clear, while others read you completely differently. The trainer asked me to stand in front of everyone without speaking. I stood as I always did, hands in my pockets, slightly hunched, head down. Then he asked the group, "What do you think of him? Does he seem confident? Open? Would you talk to him?" The answers hit like knives. He seems closed off, nervous, like he doesn't want anyone near him, focused only on himself. I was shocked. I had no idea that my natural posture was sending so many negative signals. The trainer told me, "Open your arms slightly. Take your hands out of your pockets. Straighten your shoulders. Let your chest face forward. Let your body say, 'I'm comfortable, and I welcome you.'" At first, it felt fake, like I was acting. But I followed his instructions. I adjusted my posture, took a deep breath, relaxed my face. Then he asked the group again. This time, smiles appeared. "He looks more open, like a completely different person." From that moment, I started observing my body the way I observed my words. I noticed I crossed my arms when I felt nervous, lowered my head when I felt insecure. So I changed it, intentionally. I let my arms rest naturally, opened my chest slightly, kept my shoulders straight, but relaxed. And over the next few days, I saw the difference. People started noticing me from a distance. One day, at a cafe, while I was reading, someone approached me and asked, "Is that book good? I've been thinking about reading it." He didn't know me. I wasn't doing anything special. I was just using open body language that made people feel welcome. That's when I understood something powerful. Body language isn't just communication. It's a mirror of how you feel and how you want others to feel around you. If you don't control it, it will speak for you and maybe say things you never intended. So if you want people to be drawn to you, don't rely only on words. Let your body speak first, with a language that says, "I'm here, I see you, and I'm not afraid to connect." When you master this, silence itself can become more powerful than 1,000 words. The third shift, genuine curiosity creates magic. One moment changed everything. I was at a conference, sitting next to a man I didn't know. Instead of waiting for him to talk, I asked a simple question. "What did you think of the last lecture?" He smiled and said, "Finally, someone asked me for my opinion." We talked for 2 hours straight. I learned something important. People love those who give them attention. When you're genuinely curious, without pretending, and make others feel that their presence matters, they will want to talk to you again and again. The fourth shift. Don't talk too much, ask more. I used to think that to attract people, I had to be funny or talk a lot. But I discovered the opposite. In a casual meeting with new people, I decided to listen more than I spoke. I asked questions like, "How did you get into this field? What do you love most about your work?" And I noticed something. People were more drawn to me. They smiled more. They felt comfortable. The secret? Make the conversation about them, not about you. The fifth shift, the silent presence. The strangest thing happened in a public library. I was just sitting quietly, reading, calm, relaxed, present. Someone came up to me and asked, "Do you study psychology?" I said yes, and the conversation began. When you're comfortable in your silence, you don't seem needy or anxious, just present. And that alone is magnetic. Attracting people doesn't require superhuman effort or acting. The secret is in the small details. A look, a posture, genuine curiosity, comfort in silence. Always remember, you don't need to be the smartest or the funniest. Just be real, be interested, be truly present, and watch how others start talking to you first.